Raiders and the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. By the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ready.
33, check Mike 33. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Switches 61, matchbox lights. Set go.
Throwing on first down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's now third and 4.
And Tate's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now this throw caught left side. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
March 47.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Kill.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Prescott from the gun. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Watch 55. And we're going to 54. Mark 55. Mark 55. Watch this 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Kill. Check 6 guys. Joker. Kill. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go, D.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but Looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Let's see what you got. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 3, check 3. 36, 36. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Bravo. Set, go. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, kill.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He sets to fight. This is intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Jones now on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Ready? Hey, orbit. Look at me. Zipper. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Now.
Throwing Jones.
Here we go.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The run for Pollard. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 32-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Giants take over.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 45 yards. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Mike 54. You got nothing to get. Hey, foxtrot. Hard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones dancing to his left. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Check 26. Check.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We're going to 54. Safety creep.
They run the counter. Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Check my 47. Woo-hoo!
Check 13. Check 13.
Then we're going to 53.
Check 25. Check 25.
Check 99. Check 99. 26.
They run the counter. Elliott. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Kill. 47. Kill. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but now it's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Kill. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
6-man.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Again, it's Elliott. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Prescott on first down. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's get it.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And again, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cook. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 50, check 50. Here we go, 46. 46.
On second down now, Pollard. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Giants take over.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to throw. Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Hey, eat. Hey, defense, let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. Fights loose. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Silver.
Check. 6-6, bullet high. Coming.
Shift.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get go. Get that ball. Let's go.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones, his throw incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yes. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Ready.
Looking to throw. Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Watch out. Tighten up. Out. There we go. Going to 53. Wide. Get wide. Check 43. Here we go. Slam. 26.
Now Prescott. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Jones to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
No.
Second and goal at the Cowboys' 3.
Go. 5.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Keldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Cooper's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Give me that ball, defense.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Hey, zoom. Switch.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Rush in! Rush in! Greystone, travel. Hey! High 7!
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A 1st down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I can't believe they even let you play. Kill.
On 1st down, it's Elliott looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that,